Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Liebherr 2018 ITTF Men's World Cup, coming to you live from Paris Disneyland. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobrow, and that right there is the top seed, Fan Zhendong, world ranked #1. He's 21 years old. He won the title already in 2016 as the youngest ever World Cup winner. And if he wins it here today, he'll be the youngest ever to get 2 World Cups. Lin Gaoyuan, the man trying to stop him, his teammate from China, 23 years old, Lin Gaoyuan, the Dark Knight, currently world ranked #5, 4th seed in this tournament. And as Fan Zhendong yawns off the morning practice, he will be getting ready for a tough battle. These two have played head-to-head 4 times before, and Fan Zhendong has won 75% of them, at least on the World Tour, the big stage where it counts the most, international competition. Lin Gaoyuan winning in the 2017 Asian Cup 4-2, but there's the Men's World Cup. Fan Zhendong looking to get his name on it. Fan Zhendong, so impressive and powerful. Kirsten Duschatz from Germany, our umpire for the match, will be officiating from the high chair. On the other side, Mohamed El Raudi, assistant umpire. So we will see. Lin Gaoyuan, if he is as free as he sounded in the interview yesterday, this could be a very tight match. The last 2 times Fan Zhendong won was the Asian Cup in 2018, 4-0. Also the China Open this year, 4-2. In 2012, Fan Zhendong was the world junior champion, but yesterday, Fan Zhendong looked unthinkably good against Vladi Samsonov. It seemed like, how could any human being, how could any mere mortal stop Fan Zhendong? There's his name, 2016, and in 2015 next to him, Ma Long, who just turned 30 years old yesterday. Happy belated birthday to the captain, the dragon, the dictator. 2015, Fan Zhendong was in that final with Ma Long. So as the ball kid watches focused, make sure to do his job. Fan Zhendong has a job to do as well. He is expected to win this match against Lin Gaoyuan. But really, when it comes to teammates playing each other, surprises come up all the time. You just saw Timo Boll beat Dmitry Ovcharov, despite having only won 5 of their 13 encounters in the past. So you could say that Dima was more likely to win. 8-5. Fan Zhendong with explosive power on both sides. His backhand over the table, so good. Yesterday, I mean, his level of power and speed was just unrivaled. I saw a video recently of Fan Zhendong doing multi-ball for 2 minutes straight, the fastest multi-ball maybe I've ever seen. And he kept up. His stamina is so good. So the world #1, the top seed, still not regarded as the best of all time, nor the best in the world, although the one player who is currently has had a bit of a slump recently. Nothing too major. We'll talk about that more when he's present on the scene. Lin Gaoyuan, so fast. And as I mentioned before, China believes he could be one of the top 2 players on the team. At 23 years old, you'd expect he would be. The rest of his teammates outside of Fan Zhendong, who's 21, are all either now 30 years old or quite close. Ma Long, Xu Xin, and then these 2 right here make up the big 4 for China right now. It is a packed house here. The atmosphere couldn't be better. Disney Village is filled with table tennis fans from table tennis brands, selling new clothing, discounts on every other piece of equipment they have to offer. The real show is right here on center court. For many French fans, it's their first time. For the young fans to see players of this caliber live in person. So Vladi was looking to be in very solid form until he met Fan Zhendong. Lin Gaoyuan getting through Kunik Jha of USA and Koki Niwa of Japan, both 4-1. We will see how he does out here against his teammate, the top seed, Fan Zhendong. Fan Zhendong will start with the serve. Converting the first serve for a point, starting off on the right foot. Soft flip into the middle. Lin Gaoyuan still looking for his placement, looking for when he can turn on the ball. Fan Zhendong beating Vladi Samsonov 4-0 yesterday. Gustavo Tuboy 4-0 before that. For both of these players, yesterday was their first day in the tournament as they were top 8 seeds. Good tight serve here to earn the third ball, but Lin Gaoyuan has to get it from over the table, really has to reach in for that. Here's another look at that pendulum serve. 2 in a row, quick 2 points right back. And on the parallel, Fan Zhendong's backhand, whole lot of power. We'll have a chance to see in different replays how low his stance is. Sometimes his waist is even below his knees before he takes his backhand. Unbelievable. For anyone who questions if this is being sped up, you're watching it live. That's not possible. This is just how fast they play. One shot, and you're already recovering for the next. Full power, shot after shot. So with the first towel break, Fan Zhendong leading. So far, the server has had the advantage every time. All serves have been converted to points. Long serve to the baseline, and the pattern is broken again. Curse of the commentator. Fan Zhendong on the receive, handling it well from the baseline, not moving in too quick. Attempting the long push. This is where that fast footwork and having 2 wings can be so dangerous. Lin Gaoyuan's threatening from the very corner of the table on both wings. Moves like the wind. Heavy rotation on the tight serve from Fan Zhendong, extending his lead back to 3. Strong opening backhand, just enough to deter that next shot, to put more pressure on Fan Zhendong on his counter. Fan Zhendong clearly not afraid to go for the big shots. We saw that yesterday as well. It just seemed like he had endless stamina, endless energy, and unrivaled power. Soft flip and good timing on the block right off the bounce. This is the type of play that you imagine Timo using against Fan Zhendong if he plays the final against Fan Zhendong. He's definitely going to play the final. Forehand flip kill a little bit off the top of the net, but Lin Gaoyuan tying it up. 3 points in a row coming into the second towel break. Give me a few more tries. It's one of the first 5 towel breaks for sure, no question about it. For those of you newer to table tennis, I saw on YouTube someone didn't realize every 6 points the players are allowed to go towel off. They used to not have that rule, so players would go towel off quite often, but it extended the match. As exciting as they are to watch towel off, they're more exciting to watch play. Now, normally I would say taking the first game is extremely important. I think for Fan Zhendong it's more important than for Lin Gaoyuan. I can see Lin Gaoyuan coming back, in theory. He knows he's the underdog here. It doesn't change too much. But Fan Zhendong, if he's free, it's going to be very tough. He gets tense. If he's down 0-1, this could be the day that we see Lin Gaoyuan pull off the upset once again. From over the table, right at the back of the table, the open face of the racket as he comes over the ball. Now, internationally, Lin Gaoyuan still has a lot of blank spaces in terms of titles. Fan Zhendong has many. In the World Tour Grand Finals, the World Cup, World Tour events, since what, back in 2013? There is a question of who is hungrier for this title. Let's service. Very nice. Fan Zhendong gets the applause for the fair play. Is quick to point it out. Yes, it hit the net. You're right. Don't worry, I'll tell the umpire. In case it wasn't seen, I'll make sure all is just, all is well. Tight serve again off the top of the net. Yes! You have to love this. Watching rallies where they're hitting as hard as they can. Fan Zhendong is probably a good 12 feet behind the table, and he plays a backhand with the force of Dima's forehand. Lin Gaoyuan had blitzed the table at one point. Chinese Super League live on the international stage. 1 point between them now. Ooh, bottle challenge attempted, and the fast feet add the pressure. Fan Zhendong with a service error. A little bit nervy here. Very curious to see how this one plays out. Lin Gaoyuan with the last two serve combination of this game. If it goes to 7, it will be the same. The opening backhand, and it is game point for Lin Gaoyuan. He'd been trailing most of this game. He was down 3-6. 7-9. Fan Zhendong called out that lead serve that both him and Lin Gaoyuan knew. Hit the net. And now second serve on game point. Oh, almost falling back down. Fan Zhendong covers the middle with the forehand. The agility here. He's going to go for the backhand on the receive. Changed his mind. When do you see Fan Zhendong's feet the way they end up here? Turned completely sideways to win the point. And it saves game point. Deuce in game number 1. That backhand once again, smooth like butter. Just rolls it out to the corner. It looks quite effortless. Look at that. Sometimes you'll see the veins in the neck when someone gets tight and tense, really trying to power up. Not Lin Gaoyuan, not there, just relaxed and loose, snaps through. Game point once again for the Dark Knight. And it arcs up and out. A tight serve to the short backhand side of the table pays off. Lin Gaoyuan escapes 12-10 to take the first game over the top seed. This makes things interesting. Quite curious to see how it will go. I'm sure you are too. Game number 2 coming up right after this.